Aesop's Fable EP77, The Deer Who Found the Average Leaves. Scene 1, The Curious Deer. In a beautiful forest where the trees stood tall and the wind whispered through the leaves, there lived a curious deer named Daisy. Daisy loved to explore the forest, especially during the autumn when the leaves would turn brilliant shades of red, orange, and yellow before falling to the ground. Daisy noticed that every year, the number of leaves on the ground seemed to change, and she wondered if there was a way to find out how many leaves fell each season. One crisp morning, as Daisy walked through the forest, she saw a thick carpet of leaves covering the ground. "I wonder how many leaves fall each year," Daisy thought. "If I could find out the average number of leaves that fall, I would understand more about the changes in the forest." Daisy decided that she would keep track of the number of leaves that fell each season and calculate the average to satisfy her curiosity. Scene 2, Counting the Leaves. Daisy began her project that autumn. She chose a small clearing in the forest where she could easily count the leaves that fell. Every day, she visited the clearing and counted the leaves that had fallen to the ground. By the end of autumn, she had counted 500 leaves. When winter came, Daisy noticed that fewer leaves fell because most of the trees had already lost their leaves. Still, she counted the leaves that fell during the early winter months and recorded 100 leaves. Spring arrived, and the trees began to sprout new leaves. Daisy continued her observations and noticed that some leaves still fell as new ones grew. She counted 200 leaves that fell during the spring. Finally, summer came, and although most leaves stayed on the trees, a few still fell to the ground. By the end of summer, Daisy had counted 50 leaves. Daisy now had 4 numbers representing the leaves that fell during each season. Autumn, 500 leaves. Winter, 100 leaves. Spring, 200 leaves. Summer, 50 leaves. Scene 3, Finding the Average. Daisy remembered that Ollie the owl was great at math, so she decided to ask him for help in calculating the average number of leaves that fell each season. "Ollie," Daisy began, "I've counted the leaves that fell during each season, and I want to find out the average number of leaves that fall each season. How can I do that?" Ollie smiled and explained, "To find the average, you need to add up all the numbers you've counted and then divide the total by the number of seasons." Daisy nodded and added up the numbers. 500 leaves, autumn, plus 100 leaves, winter, plus 200 leaves, spring, plus 50 leaves, summer, equals 850 leaves. Next, Ollie reminded Daisy to divide the total by the number of seasons, which was 4. 850 leaves divided by 4 seasons equals 212.5 leaves. The average number of leaves that fall each season is 212.5 leaves, Ollie said. This means that if you spread the total number of leaves evenly across the 4 seasons, about 212.5 leaves would fall each season. Daisy was excited to learn this. "Thank you, Ollie. Now I understand the average number of leaves that fall each season. This will help me observe changes in the forest better." Scene 4, Sharing the Knowledge. Daisy was thrilled with her new understanding and shared her findings with her friends in the forest. "Did you know that, on average, about 212 leaves fall each season?" she asked her friends. "By finding the average, I was able to learn more about the changes that happen throughout the year." Her friends were impressed by Daisy's dedication and mathematical skills. They realized that finding the average could help them understand many other things in the forest, like how much food they might need or how much rain falls each year. From that day on, Daisy continued to observe the forest with a new perspective. She knew that by counting and calculating averages, she could uncover the patterns and rhythms of the natural world. Moral of the story: finding the average helps us understand patterns and make sense of changes over time. By using math to calculate averages, we can gain a deeper understanding of the world around us and make better decisions.